As far as bed and breakfasts are concerned, they can be a dime a dozen. So when you find a diamond in the rough, a place that has incredible views of the Wallowa Valley and buffalo that literally are playing in the field next to you while you eat breakfast, that's pretty special. Add to that your four-legged friends are welcome, and we decided we had to get on the road and check out Barking Mad Farm Bed and Breakfast in Enterprise, Oregon. I'm here with Emily and Rob Clavins. They are the owners of Barking Mad, is that right? Barking Mad Bed and Breakfast.
Barking Mad Farm.
Farm, oh, excuse me, Barking Mad Farm, because it is actually a working farm, right? The thing that's really neat about your place is it's dog friendly, right? Well, I guess most people travel with dogs. There's not a lot of people out there traveling with their pet goat or something like that. But
yeah, we might take that too, though.
You might take
Maybe
that too.
Open
but
to
it's
it.
dog friendly. What does dog friendly mean here?
Obviously, the dog's allowed in the room with the folks, and we have an awesome little 2-acre private dog park for them. So there's lots of good smells and a little creek that runs through it, so the city dogs can also have a country experience.
The city dogs. That's right. Bring your city dog to Enterprise, Oregon. I love that. It's city. Sadly, that's very true, actually. I mean, if we're being honest, there are city dogs. I never really thought about the city dog thing, but to be honest, I've got 2 schnauzers that probably would be clueless what to do with 2 acres. Diddy and Bruno. Bruno? I don't think they know what to do with 20 feet. What brought you guys here? Like, you haven't lived here all your lives, have you?
No, I grew up on the west side of Oregon, and Rob was coming out here for work and coming back, and I started coming with him, and we just really fell in love with the area and the community, and it's a really wonderful place to live.
Yeah, we put a bug in the owner's ear. We said, if you ever sell the place, let us know. And one day the phone rang about 15 years before we expected it to. And we had to make a decision. So we
How serious were you when you guys said that? Because I think a lot of times we'll say stuff like that flippantly. Right. How seriously were you? We're like, hey, call me if you want to sell this joint.
Apparently we're quite serious.
Turns out.
But yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways it was an ideal situation for us. We really we started dating when we were teaching outdoor school together, and we really enjoyed sharing nature with the kids, and we found that the parents even were just as interested in learning about their surroundings, the natural history, the cultural history of an area, and so this is a really neat way for us to be able to share our home and our lives and the beautiful surroundings and history of this place with visitors.
Let me just tell you how beautiful the scenery really is here. It's so beautiful that Hollywood producers have picked this area multiple times for footage in movies, most famously in the movie Homeward Bound. One of the things that I have to tell you is the most striking about, at least in my experience of the Wallowa Valley, is you come around this corner, one of the little towns just before Enterprise, and you drop into this valley and you see this view of these unbelievable mountains. That's the view out your kitchen window, out your dining room window. You're looking at that all the time. How do people that are especially maybe not familiar with seeing mountains all the time, how do they react the first time they see that?
They usually make some joke about how, man, that must be tough to be you.
Okay, so you kind of what you joke back, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah,
or
it's
what?
awful. Yeah, I mean, it's overwhelming. It is. It's gorgeous, and it's funny. We'll serve breakfast out here when the weather is nice, and you're sitting there talking, but everyone's going like this. Just taking the look at the mountains there.
Right. It's like when you're trying to talk to people watching TV, except for it's like natural beauty.
Right.
So if I come and stay at Barking Mad Farm Bed and Breakfast, what's breakfast like here?
I think we maybe are not quite so similar in our fare. Of course, I have coffee and tea and homemade granola and some fruit and yogurt on the table just for those that prefer that. And then I do some sort of rotating main. So like this morning we had some dill potatoes with smoked salmon and fried eggs from the hens. Yeah. Most people come to B&Bs because they want to learn more about the area from a pair of people that live here, as well as meet other people, other travelers.
So what's that like? Because I could imagine, like around this very table we're sitting at, you could have quite the mix of people. I imagine they don't all come from the same town.
Yeah.
That's been actually my favorite part. That was a surprise. Was I sometimes think of myself as a little bit wanting to be a hermit, but people come and they're interesting and they're interested and they find so many points of connection. We were telling the story a while ago where we had, sometimes you get nervous because you've got the conservative cowboy and the liberal city environmentalist and the guy from Switzerland all staying at the table together.
Okay.
And by the end of, you walk away for a while, you're worried they're going to start fighting. You come back and they're laughing and they're sharing stories and they have all these connection points. And it's just been really fun meeting lots of different people, hearing their stories, sharing our own. It's really, I think it's the best part of actually owning a B&B, which was a surprise to me.
Isn't that amazing how people have something in common if they usually have something in common. If they have enough time, they take enough time to find it, and you find it over a meal. Cool. Well, thank you guys for your passion. I mean, gosh, what a setting. You can't beat this. Thank you so much for having us here at Barking Mad Farm. Farm or farms? Farm. Don't want to be plural. They don't want that much more work. Bed and breakfast. You guys can check this out on our website, lovewhereyoulivetv.com.